Good morning, everybody. And thank you again, Brian. Like Brian said, my name is John Cardwell. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer and Vice President of Automotive for ArcelorMittal North America. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today. Now listen, brevity is not necessarily my strong suit. Those that know me know that's true. But I'll do my best to be brief and to the point this morning. Today I'll speak simply about ArcelorMittal's commitment to North America and the capabilities we bring to bear in support of our franchise market, automotive. More than ever, I think we've all been asking, what does the future hold? We're increasingly talking about transformations. Transformations in propulsion, in sustainability, in innovation, you name it. The only thing we can really count on is that the only constant is change. And the pace of change is accelerating. The world is constantly transforming. But today, the question isn't what we intend to do, it's what we're actually delivering. So I'm going to walk you through how we at ArcelorMittal are building on our capability to expand our deliverables in North America through our footprint, our technology, and most importantly, our partnerships. But before I get into all that's happening in the automotive space, let me first provide a backdrop about ArcelorMittal as a whole. Everything we do is grounded in one idea: smarter steels for people and planet. But what makes that real is our values, our scale, our innovations. We operate globally, but we execute locally. And North America is a critical part of that. Some may have questioned that when we sold ArcelorMittal USA several years ago, but I assure you, North America is an important market for us and one in which we continue to invest. Our foundation is rooted in our values: safety, sustainability, quality, and leadership. We strive to be the safest, fatality-free steelmaker in the world and have embarked on an ambitious and ongoing strategy to get us there by ingraining health and safety in everything we do, from the office conference room to the factory floor and everywhere in between. We want to do our part in helping create a sustainable future for steel, for automotive, and the planet. We have innovated with XCarb steel certificates, XCarb recycled and renewably produced, and the XCarb Innovation Fund. We have reduced our carbon footprint by 47% since 2018, including divestitures. Based on final investment decisions taken to date on our existing global footprint, we expect to reduce our carbon footprint by 10% by 2030. And we continue to invest directly into renewable energy projects, which accounted for 13% of our revenue in 2025. We have more to do, and will continue to work in an economically viable way to help progress toward a more sustainable future. Quality is a cornerstone of daily life at ArcelorMittal, and our customers realize and appreciate that every single day. We are continually recognized for it, not only with awards, but also with a strong business portfolio awarded to us by our customers, who recognize and appreciate how well we perform each and every day. We are not perfect, far from it, but we strive for best level quality and continuous improvement. And leadership. As a global leader in steel, we are a leader in our industry, moving it forward for the betterment of the planet by inspiring accountability, innovation, and collaboration. Leadership is built on a clear vision, challenging the status quo, and fostering a culture of continuous improvement and growth. And when you combine all of this with significant and sustained investment in innovation, R&D, new products, intellectual property, and of course, people, you begin to see how we turn ideas into industrial capability. That's the platform from which we are building a better tomorrow. Okay, now let me shift gears and frame where we're going this morning, specific to North America. There are three things I want to cover. First, how we are moving from commitment to capability. Second, how we deliver that through our centers of excellence. And third, how it translates into innovation for our customers. This is not three separate discussions, but one integrated story. And that integration is increasingly define success in our industry. Okay, let's jump into from commitment to capability. Let me start with the environment in which we're all operating. The evolution of mobility is accelerating. The automotive landscape today is more complex than ever. We have tariffs and protectionism at levels not seen since before World War II. This is restructuring supply chains, and we have been directly impacted. And as an aside, I'd like to thank our customers for how well they have worked with us to develop solutions and keep ArcelorMittal North America in play as a key part of their raw material procurement strategies. It's a testament to how well we've supported one another over the years, so thank you. We are seeing slower BEV adoption while hybrids are accelerating and ICE remains more durable than ever. And at the same time, policy is shifting and not aligned globally, or as we're seeing with the current state of USMCA, even regionally. Simply put, tariffs, trade dynamics, and uncertainty around USMCA are reshaping supply chains. And on top of that, AI and automation are starting to impact both manufacturing and the broader economic and geopolitical ecosystem. So the key takeaway is this: there is no single pathway forward. Flexibility and adaptability is more important than ever. And that's why our strategy is built to support all propulsion technologies, ICE, hybrids, and BEVs, simultaneously, and why we will adapt our existing footprint to better support automotive in the new North American and world order. With the world around us constantly changing, there's one thing I absolutely want to make clear, and that's what's not changing: ArcelorMittal's commitment to North America and the automotive industry. We operate 47 facilities across the US, Canada, and Mexico, and we are constantly looking for ways to improve and expand our current footprint, be it through organic growth, greater self-sufficiency, or M&A. And importantly, we are present across the full value chain, from raw materials to advanced engineering solutions. We serve every major OEM and Tier 1 community, delivering over 3 million automotive tons annually through our automotive centers, ArcelorMittal Dofasco and ArcelorMittal Calvert. These facilities are supported upstream and downstream by the ArcelorMittal network, but make no mistake, they are the heartbeat of our North American automotive portfolio and franchise. But beyond raw materials, assets, and products are our people-powered solutions, which, via collaboration with our customers, are ever more embedded in our customers' business, in supply chains, in their vehicle programs, and increasingly in their engineering decisions. And that's critical to our mutual success. But commitment and scale is not enough. What matters is how you convert them into something that creates value. And for us, that starts with what we call our centers of excellence. Our automotive centers of excellence, Calvert, Dofasco, and AMTB, are not isolated assets. They are part of an integrated North American system comprised of mining and raw materials, steel making, long and flat carbon production, to downstream tailored blanks and tubes. From Calvert to Dofasco to tailored banks and tubular, we bring together complementary capabilities, and this allows us to be a full service provider that can align more closely with our customers' needs. Now let me bring to life one of our most important anchors in North America, ArcelorMittal Calvert, located just north of Mobile, Alabama, servicing the US and Mexico. Calvert is a clear example of what happens when safety and operational discipline are non-negotiable. When those two foundations are in place, everything follows: quality, reliability, and performance. This is a state-of-the-art finishing complex with a powerful hot mill, integrated pickle tandem cold mill, 3 coating lines, and a cow that recently added steelmaking to its footprint. Calvert's EAF-1 steelmaking complex is now up and running with automotive qualifications progressing well and moving toward regular mass production supply. From a steelmaking perspective, this is a highly advanced operation. We're combining engineered raw materials, primarily DRI from ArcelorMittal, Texas, into an electric arc furnace with RH degassing and a single strand continuous caster. We have the technology, process controls, and input flexibility required to make our full automotive portfolio. From exposed automotive grades and advanced high-strength steels, Gen 3 and usable solutions, to electrical steels supporting localization, we are delivering the full spectrum of next-generation vehicle requirements. Equally important is how we produce that steel. Calvert's EAF #1 complex is built around lower carbon intensity, energy efficiency, and off-gas recovery, supporting our customers and our own sustainability goals while improving our own footprint. This establishes melt and poured capability for ArcelorMittal North America in the United States, reinforcing supply chain resilience and deepening our commitment to North America automotive industry. Taking self-sufficiency a step further, we are analyzing the installation of a second EAF. In fact, we have initiated what some might consider early work, including civil engineering and supporting infrastructure. And lastly, as the market evolves, with EV and hybrid growth over time, Calvert is positioned to lead. Our non-grain-oriented electrical facility, which is slated for a Q4 '27 start, will have world-class gauge capability and product performance. Calvert is what a center of excellence is meant to be: high performance, future ready, and customer aligned. Now let's turn to another cornerstone of our North American footprint, and that's ArcelorMittal Dofasco. Dofasco is more than a facility, it's a legacy of excellence in steelmaking, built on a deep-rooted safety culture and a consistent commitment to doing things the right way. This is a site where values are not statements, they are embedded in daily execution. From a steelmaking standpoint, Dofasco combines the strength of integrated BOF platform with continuous casting, alongside vacuum degassing and an electric arc furnace capability. That combination gives us scale and flexibility, critical as market demands become more complex. On the portfolio side, Dofasco continues to lead in high-quality flat-rolled products, including exposed automotive, advanced high-strength steels, and usable solutions. These are materials enabling the next generation of lighter, safer, and more efficient vehicles. Dofasco is also a leader in sustainability through initiatives like X-Carb recycled and renewably produced steel, made with 100% renewable energy inputs and higher scrap utilization, resulting in a certified low-carbon product set, directly supporting our customers' decarbonization targets. And underpinning all of this is a values-driven culture: safety, sustainability, quality, and leadership, the attributes I talked about earlier, that have defined Dofasco for decades and continue to shape its future. Finally, this site represents something broader: our deep roots in Canadian manufacturing and automotive. It's a trusted partner to the OEMs and a critical link in what has been a highly integrated North American supply chain and what now is a critical local piece to support automotive in Canada with capabilities to compete as far away as Mexico. Dofasco is not just a center of excellence, it's a benchmark of what sustainable, values-driven steelmaking looks like. Let me shift now from steelmaking and value-added production to where those capabilities translate directly into customer value, and that's ArcelorMittal tailored blanks. This is where we move beyond supplying steel to engineering solutions in a vehicle itself. One of the best examples is door rings, a product for which we have built real specialization and scale. You can see the trajectory here from just 1 million units a few years ago to more than 10 million units per year by 2030, with over 22 million produced today. That growth reflects not only demand, but the role ArcelorMittal Automotive and Taylor Blanks have and now play in collaborative vehicle design. Because the value here is clear. Combining multiple grades, thicknesses, and properties into a single optimized component provides lighter structures, improved crash performance, and lower system costs, all at the same time. How's this accomplished? One word: co-engineering. We are working side by side with OEMs across crash analysis, forming simulation, material optimization, and even CO2 footprint analysis. From CAD support through to additive manufacturing, we help shape the part before it's ever produced. That changes the conversation. We're no longer just a material supplier, we are a design and performance partner. And as vehicles evolve, with lightweighting, electrification, and cost pressure all increasing, that partnership becomes ever more critical. ArcelorMittal Automotive and Taylor Blanks represent a bridge between our steelmaking excellence and real-world vehicle performance, precision engineered to deliver safety, efficiency, and value. We're engineering solutions, not just supplying steel, and that's where capability becomes real. As I've noted, capability is not enough. The real question is, how do you translate that into products and solutions, into innovation that matters? And that's what I'm going to focus on next. On the left-hand side, you'll see the familiar strength versus elongation curve, commonly called the banana curve. ArcelorMittal produces almost all of these steels in one form or another. But for this slide, I want to talk about two specific types of cold-forming steels. First, we've made considerable progress with our third-generation advanced high-strength steel, like the Fortiform series, providing an exceptional balance of weldable strength and formability. This is accomplished by optimizing austenite via our advanced Q&P processing technology, leading to weldable steels that maximize and balance strength and ductility with good hole expansion and high bake hardenability. All this enables a 10 to 15% weight reduction without sacrificing formability and performance. Next, new products like Martensite MP create more design flexibility. This product family will deliver high strength, enhanced formability from coils with superior flatness, which is critical for manufacturability. Martensite MP will offer improved bendability, driving higher stiffness, a more usable package space, and improved energy absorption. So the result is simple: lighter structures, better performance, more design freedom, and that's what the OEMs are looking for. In hot stamping, we are pushing performance even further. First with Usabor 1500, the most widely used press hardening steel in North America, and then to Usabor 2000 for even greater strength and weight reduction, to the next generation Ductibor series, moving from 500 to 1000 MPa and ultimately 1500 strength levels. Ductibor 1500 will give us the strength of Usabor 1500 and the crash ductility of Ductibor 1000, pushing metallurgy to its limit, all in the name of better solutions and vehicle structures for our customers. We're also helping to boost productivity with innovations like ThermoBoost. All this helps maximize strength and ductility to enable complex shapes and structures needed to optimize the body in white. That translates into stronger, safer structures, more efficient manufacturing, and ultimately world-class vehicles. For OEMs, it's the ability to meet safety, lightweighting, and ever-critical cost targets without compromise. And that's becoming increasingly critical as vehicle architecture adapts to an ever-changing world of mobility. But innovation today is not done alone. It requires collaboration, what we like to call co-engineering, as I mentioned earlier. Working with OEMs and Tier 1s to navigate the complex trade-offs of safety, cost, weight, fuel economy and range, and overall vehicle performance. At ArcelorMittal, we have long championed co-engineering and strong technical support, helping our customers leverage innovations across the steel industry. Starting with our industry-leading S-in-Motion solutions, we have successfully worked with customers to bring innovations into vehicles. A notable example of this is the Honda MDX door ring about a decade ago, sparking the many programs and door rings that followed. As I mentioned earlier, 22 million by the end of this year, with projections of making 10 million a year by 2030. And we continue to apply that model across every new product family. From third generation cold stamped to second generation PHS, Usabor 2000 and Ductibor 1000, to next level generation Ductibor 1500. More recently, we have contributed to the needs of electrified vehicles with products and solutions for critical parts like battery pack structures and with applications like rockers, body side structures, and more. So the shift is this: we're not just supplying material, we're helping provide the products and steel solutions needed to design vehicles for today and tomorrow. Multi-part integration, or MPI we call it, is a fitting example of that. It's about stepping back and rethinking the whole automotive design and production system, asking, how do we reduce part count? How do we lower cost? How do we simplify the production process? How do we improve performance? Doing all of these things at the same time. And since we introduced MPI at this very event 2 years ago, what we're seeing now is real progress from concept to production intent. We have undertaken several advanced engineering projects, some of which have resulted in specific designs that we expect to see on the road in the next year or so. These solutions are moving steel and automotive forward toward real vehicle applications with clear benefits: lower costs, fewer parts, simplified manufacturing, all geared toward more sustainable and better performing vehicles. This is the power of steel. This is the power of ArcelorMittal. This is the power of less. So let me close with where we started. From commitment to capability, shaping the future of automotive in North America. We're committed to automotive, globally and here in North America. The heart of our automotive franchise is built on ArcelorMittal Calvert, DeFasco, and Taylor Blanks, assets we continue to invest in. We are investing in next generation steels and steel solutions and the assets needed to produce and provide them so that we continue to have leading capabilities. That includes advanced cold forming and hot stamping technologies and electrical steels, as well as realizing a greater degree of self-sufficiency and supply chain resiliency. In short, we're advancing ultra-high strength materials, we're building capabilities to support electrification, and we're adding and enhancing assets to enable these things. And critically, we are positioning ourselves to lead, regardless of how the market evolves. So you see, we are steadily moving from commitment to capability, and that helps shape automotive in North America. As for the question we all ask ourselves, what does the future hold? Take a look at this.
When you ask the question, what does the future hold? You'll find the answer starts with a lot more questions. Like, how do you power growth? Or how do you make progress equitable, safer? How can you build without taking away? By 2050, there will be 2 billion more people on Earth. That's 2 billion more needs for mobility, for infrastructure, for energy, for home, for a future that can sustain it all. Now the question is, how do we build that? That answer starts with the materials we choose. Materials that are smarter, stronger, lighter, that can adapt, evolve, and endure. So then naturally, you start looking at steel. So you get why bridges look like that, which then leads you to structure and design of car doors. Then you learn about manufacturing and what the production line has to do with progress, or clean energy, or the evolution of the electric vehicle. Now you see that steel has been the backbone of all this for over a century. Thousands of advanced grades supporting a low-carbon, circular economy. But the future isn't shaped from materials alone. And that's where you'll find us, ArcelorMittal. That's our engineers, scientists, makers, developers, visionaries. People. 125,000 of them across the planet. They design modular car parts, develop sustainable buildings, create our renewable projects, and power our AI-driven operations. Solutions for the ever-changing world. A smarter world with smarter steels. Then once you have all that, you remember what brought you here in the first place. What does the future hold? Well, maybe the better question is, who holds the future together?